Hi there, Loy Machedo. Speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think personal branding. All right. I was just going through, uh, you know, just going through my 1 year. By the way, in case you do not know, I'm 46 years old today, 29 Jan. Um, so 46, that means I'm nearly going to be 50 years old. Yeah. Sometimes when you think about your age, you begin to think like, bloody hell, man. Once upon a time, when you think of somebody who is like 40, oh, he's uncle, 50 is old, 60 is grandpa. And then all of a sudden you find yourself like, bloody hell, I'm going to be 50 years old. So, yeah, I guess that's part of life. Anyway, so like I was saying, I was reflecting on, um, this year. And I tend to have this habit where I ask myself, what were some of the things that I used to do that I'm not doing? What are some of the changes that I have in my personality, which was not there before? How have I evolved? What are some of the areas I need to focus on? So, um, I was actually reflecting on some of the time wasting habits which I used to have before, which I kind of no longer have. And I compiled the top seven. So I just thought I'd share them with you. And you can, you know, you can listen to them and let me know, what do you think? Sorry, I just ate something. And if in case you feel there's something worthwhile sharing, do comment down below and let me know, what do you think? Okay. So in no particular order, these are my seven time wasting things which now I totally avoid. I think, by the way, I'm looking at my screen, so in case you see me looking, so it's like, oh, where's he looking? Okay. The first one which I avoid doing, that is, I avoid debating with people. Before, when I was young, I think I used to love doing this. I used to literally love doing this, maybe because I was a public speaker. But then, as I became older, as I read more books, I guess being able to debate made me feel more intelligent. But then what I realized over the period of time is, that is only after self-realization and reflection, sometimes the person who wins the debate is not actually right. The person who gets the applause and people are impressed, wow, what debating skills he has, it's not necessarily because he is right. I'll give you one very famous example is this guy, Zakir Naik, who is a preacher for and a champion for some of the Muslims from Bangladesh and India, Pakistan. They literally look up to him. Now, he is very notorious for speaking at maybe 200 words a minute or maybe faster than that. He'll just rattle off so many things that you may not be able to even grasp what he's saying. And then people get so impressed because he has memorized so many words, phrases, verses from the Quran and from so many other places. But that doesn't mean he's right. It just shows that he has practiced the art of debating. So, this is just as an example I gave you. So, when I'm talking about me, what I realized is, just because I was good at debating was not, that didn't mean I was right. And I think now that I'm older, when I'm 46, as I look back, I realize that there are a lot of people who may not have been very good at debating, but they were actually right. So, in the same way, when I debate with someone online or someone disagrees with me, it's actually a waste of time. I'm not saying that I don't debate because that person who's winning the debate is wrong or anything. It's just a waste of time. Because remember this much, if you debate with someone, you're giving them your time. And end of the day, that person is going to believe what that person wants to believe. You'll believe what you want to believe. So the whole exercise, the whole point of doing the whole thing was just absolutely pointless. And I'm at a stage in my life where my time is very important. The time I spend with myself, with my family, personal time with clients. Um, I just value it too much. I don't want to give it to anybody without any monetary benefit, especially with strangers. And if it is someone that I know, I need to know that it's adding value to me and that person. Otherwise, it's just a waste of time. I think as you get older, you tend to avoid this. So the first one is debating with people. The second one, which I think comes with age, is, and that is why if you see my YouTube channel now, I have allowed people. Before I used to block and delete. Now I allow anyone and everyone to post anything they like. They can abuse me, they can make fun of me, they can insult my work, they can question my credibility, they can do anything. I get people who try to get as personal as possible. I have just decided I'm not going to take people's opinion about me seriously at all, because as it is, they are putting their comments about me from anonymous account. So first things first, I do not know who they are. Second one is they don't have the courage to reveal who they are. So obviously they can say whatever they like. And given the fact that I know who I am, people who are close to me know who I am. I mean, why am I even bothered? In fact, I look at it as there's a certain degree of engagement happening there. He is giving me his time, his thought, his effort, and it's helping me. And then, one more thing I realized is when this guy speaks something about me, there'll be someone else who will fight with him. So they both will end up fighting with each other. So I don't have to do anything. So if someone puts something good about me and my hater is there, he'll be like, oh, this is Loy's fake account. He's praising himself. At the end of the day, it's more like, see, whether I tell them to do or not to do, they're going to do it anyhow. Might as well do it. How does it benefit me? It doesn't benefit me in any way. In fact, it helps my channel because there's engagement. So I've stopped taking people's opinions seriously, whether on social media or anywhere else. But the only caveat to this rule is on my personal Facebook page, where I have close, maybe friends or people that I know. It's a private space of mine. I will not allow any unknown stranger or anybody who have already given the courtesy of being connected to me to try to act smart with me or even something like disagree. Like I just happened to post something about a video about Modi, yeah. And this guy, I don't know from where, I don't know who is he. He started rattling, I used to respect you and you have become an attention seeker or something like that. I didn't bother debating, discussing with him, nothing. Block and delete, finish. Because this is my private space. You don't like my opinions. There's a public platform where you're supposed to disagree. But if you start insulting me there, then you should not be in my personal circle. You're not my family, you're not my friend. So that's it. So yeah, I don't take people's opinions seriously, but at the same time, I draw the line where you can express your opinion. And in my space, my private space, or my personal account, where my friends, my clients are there you don't come and act smart, especially if you are a nothing and nobody, to me at least. Number three is, I think, very common. We all are part of WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups. Before I used to even at least look at them and just see what I can pick up. I think for the last 4 months or 5 months, I've not, I, I think only 2 or 3 times I have read the chats, just 2 or 3 times. Rest of the time, I'm just like, I just open my phone, the WhatsApp, and I see 400 messages. I just go to the last ending. I see, is there anything specifically for me? Nothing. I don't bother to scroll up. And there are a lot of people who love spending time. I don't know what they get. Good for them, but it's not for me. So I don't read group chats, but I do read messages that are sent to me directly because maybe something can be important there. So group chats is a no-no. You can read group chats. I'm not saying you should not. It depends on what phase of your life you're in. Number four is I've stopped giving people second chances. Um, I used to believe that, you know, you can give people second chances. And I think last year it has happened even more, whereby because of my increase in number of clients, there have been people who sometimes, if you give them the benefit of the doubt, let's say, for example, you have confirmed a client and he's supposed to finish a job within a month, and he doesn't get in touch with you, and you tell him that, see, listen, the validity of this period is 1 month. And then after a month, he comes back after 2 months or 3 months and says, oh, law, my mother, my father, I had this problem, that problem. I used to give people the benefit of the doubt. Okay, fine. But now what I've realized is this: people who tend to give excuse, they'll forever have excuses. Like this guy who I told you, he came back to me after, I think, 2 or 3 months. The funny thing is, I gave him a chance again, and lo and behold, he finished the work half the way and he vanished again. And the problem for me is when someone discontinues and they come back to me, I have to start all over again because I have so many clients. I do not know where I finished with you last, and I lose that chain of thought. So I just thought, no more second chances. You miss the opportunity, you start fresh, you pay right from zero. Maybe I'll take a little bit less, but you have to pay. So number four is not giving people second chances. Number five is this may be applicable to only a person like me, maybe not to you. Relatives, old friends, old timers. I I always used to give them that respect, that modicum of respect, uh, the time that, yeah, this is someone from my childhood. This is someone who I knew from my younger days, and I need to, give them a little bit of respect. But I guess last year my experience has been, you tend to give these people respect. They still don't give you the respect which you deserve today. They still take you for granted. Their habits have not changed. Their mannerisms have not changed. Some of them are still bloody idiots. And then, end of the day, it just spoils your mood, or you just feel like, ugh, why did I even want to entertain this person? So it's a waste of time. So old relatives, friends, now when they get in touch with me, hi, how are you? I keep it short, a little busy. You can tell me, just send me a message. I'll read it, get back to you later. So, oh, yeah, yeah, okay, fine, bye. And that's about it. Unless, of course, the person is giving me some information that can be helpful for my work. Otherwise, I don't entertain. I'm not saying that you should follow my path, but I'm just telling you that relatives and friends, especially school friends, they're just a total waste of time. You'll just realize that they assume that you're still the same old person from childhood days, where they can push you around, act stupid, misbehave. In fact, I've blocked many people from my social media list who are my old school friends. I've just blocked all of them. I don't need to know what's happening in life. I don't care. I don't want to know. I don't want to keep in touch. So, yeah. Number six is this rule was always there, but now I've implemented it even further. That is, I add people on my Facebook. I allow people to connect with me or LinkedIn. But then some of them take the liberty to, um, one is they comment below, which some really need to behave themselves. But then the problem with adding a new person is some of them are very active and they keep posting. And then when you open your social media, you're actually looking for certain particular news feed. Like, for example, me on Facebook, whether Facebook or LinkedIn, I'm looking at news updates. I'm not actually looking for what you're doing with your wife or your kid or where you have been. I don't care. It doesn't benefit me. So when these people start, especially the ones who are very active, and I've added them, all of a sudden their feed keeps coming. There was this particular guy who's just newly married to this sexy wife of his. He is a Indian but rich guy, and every post of his was showing his wife, uh, praising her, calling her a goddess, and showing his expensive car, showing the hotels he has been. showing babes and this and that, and that's not kind of the content I like. And he was trying his level best to engage with me. I unfollowed him, and I just didn't want his kind of content, and it still kept popping up. In fact, there were two or three Thai females who added me, and every single day they were bragging and showing off how luxurious their life was. I just blocked and deleted them, and uh, I informed my wife because it was someone who was a common friend with my wife, whom I didn't know. I mean, I don't give a damn if you're rich or famous or you have all the guys and girls admiring you. I mean, and I think one of the biggest sins you can do is tag someone without their permission. So straight away block. So yeah, I'm very particular what kind of content appears in front of my eyes and my mind. And last but not the least, I think one of the time wasting things I have stopped. This might surprise you. Is I've stopped this theory of wanting to push myself to the extreme at all times. I tend to have this tendency, like when you go to the gym, no gain, no pain. You need to really work out and really sweat it and really feel the pain. Until that, you've not done a proper exercise. Or I've just realized that sometimes you need to just do it for the part of enjoying it, so that you can come the next day. Like, for example, today, I didn't feel like going to the gym. I went to the gym. Still, I went. And, normally I would have done, today was just bicep, tricep. I would have done 10 sets for bicep, 10 sets for tricep, and maybe a little bit of abs. So instead, what I did is I didn't feel like doing it. I just did 5 light ones and then 5 for tricep and abdominals. Instead of doing all the way like 5 sets or 10 sets, I just did 1 set, and I told myself that's enough. And the reason for doing this is sometimes we need to enjoy the journey and not keep focusing on the destination. And I think that has kind of helped me relax a little bit and enjoy the moment. So otherwise, what happens is you tend to force yourself to be there, and in the end, you have wasted time doing something you're not enjoying, and eventually you lose interest. So yeah. So these are the 7 things which used to waste my time and which I've kind of avoided from, I would say, this year, or from the age of 45 to now 46. So anyway, let me know, what do you think in the comments below. Do you feel I added a little bit of value somewhere? And if there is anything you feel you could share that would give some insight and maybe help not only me but the readers also, do comment down below, and I'd love to know your thoughts. Guys, take care. Comment below. It's me signing off. Ciao.